Hey guys, welcome to another inbox review. Today we are going to look at the 1/35th scale Takom T-55 AMV tank. It's actually... I'm glad I got this. I didn't want it at first, but I got it, and I'm glad I did because it's actually a really cool looking kit. So just to give you guys a look around the box, a couple of color schemes here. I'm interested in the Syrian army here. Side of the box, just more of the box art, basically regular Takom stuff on here, sprue layout on here, some other kits, and more of the same over here. So let's open this up. Let's see what's inside. Quite a packed box here, not bad. Not bad at all, actually. Quite a few bags. A good amount, actually. What is this? Oh. It's a piece of cardboard. I'm like, what is this weird piece on the kit here? Alright, so as per usual with Takom, very smart looking instructions. Their decals and their extra parts are in the same bag as the instruction booklet. So let's start with that. Let me take all this stuff out first and I'll go through it. So tow cable's actually not bad. It doesn't feel cheap. The Panther D1 felt a little cheapish, but this one doesn't feel bad, so I like this. More of the same here. Although if you'd like, you can still probably replace this. It's going to be a pain in the butt to bend this back into shape, so I can see people wanting to replace it, but it's not bad. It doesn't feel bad. I'm not gonna open these decals. I'm just making sure they're in register and they look like they are. I mean, not that you can see much through the film here, but still they look decent. I mean, it's Takom, so I'm not too worried about the decals being bad. The fret of P looks good. It's not like warped or anything, which is always a plus for PE, because if it was warped, then it'd be a pain in the ass to work with. So it doesn't look bad. And now let's get into, there's some poly caps here. Let's get into the first things first. There's a correction in the instructions, or with the instructions, so glad they caught it and they remedied it. Well, by making a correction, obviously. So there's that. Here is some color guides, quite a few of them. So it's the SA Syrian Arab Army, Syrian Civil War, 2014, which I'm liking this one. More Syrian Arab Army here and here. Algerian People's National Army here. Algerian People's National Army here. There's a African Union mission in Somalia. That actually looks pretty cool. A white one like that. That actually looks pretty cool. Uganda People's Defense Force is here. That's a cool color scheme as well. And the Russian army here. I think I like the Russian army the most with the yellow added on and stuff, so I think this would be my go-to, if not the Syrian one. Is there more here? Yeah, well, there's more Russian army. More Syrian, yeah. Okay. Yeah, if I don't go with the with one of the Syrian colors here, I'd probably go with the Russian one, because that just looks interesting, that yellow. Alright, let's start with this, with the instructions. Again, I'm just going to go through them quickly. Obviously, read before assembly, parts breakout, and basic start to your hull, your suspension, your hull. Nothing out of the ordinary here. More suspension parts here. This is where the correction is actually for these, so hold on. Oh, dropping stuff. Hold on, guys. Make sure I don't drop stuff that I have set out over here. Let's go through what the correction is here. So okay, A7 instead of A6 basically. A7 here instead of A6, A6, A7. Yeah, so it's just minor corrections, but I mean, you can see them here and follow along. Road wheels. I love Russian tanks for the fact that they're not crawling with road wheels. There's not too many like German tanks. And modern tanks in general have less road wheels, obviously, than World War II tanks, so that's something to look forward to. Then the upper hull comes in. Absolutely no interior to speak of, at least in the bottom hull, which is fine. Not a big deal. I wasn't looking for an interior kit. Lincoln length tracks. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Individual track links. Okay, nice. Individual track links on this one. So 92 per side, which is, I like that. I like individual track links. I'm a masochist, so I like individual track links. More of the bottom hull, fenders, so on and so forth. More on the bottom hull. Another thing I love about Russian tanks, especially Cold War era Russian tanks, is they were just packed, like crammed full of detail, which this obviously illustrates quite well, so I like that. Side skirts here. Turret with MG or without MG. With MG they have you drill holes in a different place, that's all. So mine is, I'm going to build mine with the MG. So I'll obviously follow that part. I'm assuming this is either a smoke launcher or a grenade launcher. I'm assuming it's a smoke. It might be a grenade launcher actually. Yeah, this is a grenade launcher, I believe, because these are smoke launchers here. Some of that ERA armor. Two-piece barrel, which I'm not too excited about. I'm not a big fan of two-piece barrels, but it is what it is. We'll make do with it. Overall, it looks like a fairly simple build. Doesn't look too bad. Does not look too bad at all. So you get two options on the turret. So you can either mount this oblong piece here or don't mount anything at all other than these smaller pieces here. So it's two versions, obviously. I don't know which one's which, so I'd have to do some research on that. Beforehand, there's the MG that goes on here. That looks pretty mean, and it's not very many parts. MGs usually tend to be quite a few parts. A little over-engineered. This one doesn't look too bad. So, and here's the finished tank, obviously with turret option 1 or turret option 2. I like this option better, although I don't know what it means, but this looks better to me than this. So that's simple enough. There's the instructions. I gotta put this back in the bag. So give me a second here, and then you guys can watch me struggle putting it back into the resealable plastic bag, as I'm sure it's going to be a struggle. I have to unseal the resealable plastic bag first. Now, as with most of my inbox reviews, I'm not sure how many of these parts I'm actually going to take out of the sprue. Or out of the bag, rather. How many of the sprues I'm going to take out of the bag. Just for time and ease of review, I think I should be okay with doing most of them still in the bag, because the bags are fairly clear, so it's not like we're not going to be able to see what we're looking at, basically. So we should be okay. But do these come with the UN? Or no, African Union. Sorry, not UN. African Union here. Oh, that's pretty cool. Come with the African Union decals. Alright. That's that. Let's get started on our tracks. I'm going to take one of these out of the bag just to show you guys what the heck it looks like. Pretty decent detail on here as far as I'm concerned. Actually, really good detail on here as far as I'm concerned. And the guide horns are already in here. We don't have to put the guide horns in. Huzzah! That will make life a lot easier, not having to put those guide horns in. I'm going to take this out of the bag just to kind of see what's going on with it. what the plastic feels like, if there's any flash on here or not. No, it doesn't look like there is. Doesn't really feel like there's much on here. Very nicely detailed. It's a small tank, which I like, so I mean, comparatively speaking, I like this. Alright, so that's the hull. Hopefully I can fit this in its bag with that. There we go. Doesn't really problematic. Close this before I lose all of these. Next up are the tires, which I'm also going to take out of the bag to show you because that I feel is also a cool piece of detail on the kit itself. So let's take a closer look at the tires, which look very nice. These look very nice indeed. Very nicely detailed. Yeah, these look good. And we get 4 of these tires. And now here's some turret detail, or here's some turret sprues. Here's the MG. That special, or that different hatch here. Which, again, I'm going to have to do some research. I'm sure the instructions might actually tell me at some point, but here's the bottom of the turret. Here's more hatches here. Again, very nice detail on all of this. And here's our 2-piece barrel, which not a huge fan. I always talk crap about modern manufacturers that decide to do 2-piece barrels on modern kits, on new kits, but what are you going to do? Some very fine detail here. So these we're going to have to handle very carefully once these are being taken off the sprue, just to make sure nothing breaks off. Some suspension parts, some hull details. Side skirts look really nice, actually. Look at the detail on these. This is really cool looking. Quite nice. Pull out of here so make big spruce sit flat around here, so they don't make a mess afterwards. Okay. Oh, what the hell was that if that wasn't the barrel? Oh, there's two barrel variants on. Okay. It comes with 2 guns. It comes with 2 gun options. Again, I don't know what the difference is, so I apologize for my ignorance, but this is another barrel here. And this is the other hatch option. Smoke launchers here. Again, the details looking very nice on all of this if they wish. Although these barrels, because they're smooth, it's not that big of a deal that they're in 2 pieces, but still I'd rather in 1. Here's some of the reactive armor on here with some other details right here as well. Here's the upper hull. Again, very nicely detailed. Back end, fenders, spare track links here. Good detail on all of this, which I'm very happy with so far. More reactive armor here. This, I assume, is... Ooh, a piece of wood. Ooh, a piece of wood. Got a nice piece of wood here with this. Pretty well detailed, too, for a log. It's a well-detailed log, guys. That is a well-detailed log. This, I assume, is bottom of the hull, side bottom piece of the hull, I assume. Here's the wheels. Again, very nice. Drive sprockets here, I believe. Idler. Just suspension parts, minimal suspension parts, which I can absolutely appreciate. Absolutely appreciate. Looks like fuel drums here. Some kind of accessory here, or storage boxes rather. More stuff here. Some handles here. Hooks and handles and such. There are a few clear parts with this. It still baffles me why armor manufacturers include clear parts with their tanks, as I paint over all mine anyways, but I know not everybody does, so it's a stupid thing to say, but... Oh, nice, I like this. So, you get a nice flexible rubber gun cover. Canvas gun cover, that's cool. I like that. And it's quite nicely detailed too. Nothing wrong with that. And here is our turret. Texture looking very nice on it. Very good texture. Very good detail. Overall nice. And all these little raised areas you guys see here, that's where the ERA goes. So yeah, very nice. Very, very nice. This looks like it might be not going to be a easy build by any means, because it's still fairly well detailed. But it's also not like overly detailed to where it shouldn't be that bad of a build, maybe like a long weekend build or something or other. But here it is, the T-55 AMV Russian medium tank. Again, I'm thinking Syrian Civil War, although I am kind of liking this yellow, so we'll see. Anyhow, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time.